You've probably seen this before. A screaming headline saying Supreme Court slams government, judge scolds politician, court demands action, and then nothing happens. So what's going on? Let's break this down. Court proceedings are public. That means journalists from TV, newspapers, and digital platforms are free to report on what is said live in court. But here's the catch. There is a big difference between what a judge says during a hearing and what ends up in the final order. In legal terms, there are two kinds of statements that judges make. One is the obiter dicta, which is the remarks, comments, even jokes and sharp observations that can be made during a hearing or even in the judgment that are not binding. Second is the ratio decidendi, the actual legal reasoning behind the court's final decision. That is what becomes binding precedent or law. Judges often ask pointed questions, even scathing ones, during the arguments. They may criticize the police, question politicians, or express frustration with the state of affairs. But that does not mean that they have passed a direction or given a verdict. Sometimes the judge is just pushing a lawyer to explain something better. Other times, they're trying to test both sides of the argument. And occasionally, they're simply expressing their concern or disappointment. A judge saying this FIR is laughable in court is not the same as the court ordering the FIR to be quashed. A comment like even the speaker isn't following the constitution is not a legal finding unless it appears in the final order with legal reasoning. And that's why a 500-page judgment can include critical observations about an investigation but still can dismiss the case on technical or legal grounds. What actually matters in court is what is written in black and white, whether it's a stay order, a notice, an interim direction, or a final judgment. The legal weight comes from the reasoning and conclusions in the written order, not the courtroom banter. So the next time you see a dramatic court headline, ask this: was this part of the final ruling? Or was this just obiter, that is courtroom commentary that sounds important but doesn't change the law? Because in law, not every word from the bench becomes the ruling.